Hi guys, Figure-Boi here, back with another video, and today I thought I'd do a quick reflection of the latest episode of Doctor Who. Don't know what series this is, to be honest, but I do know that the episode is called The Halloween Apocalypse, but I don't know if it actually had anything to do with Halloween, other than the fact that it just happened to be broadcast on Halloween, unless Chibnall was thinking because of all the monsters in it, that suddenly makes it all Halloween-y, but... whatever, I know I haven't done a video in a while, but for those of you who actually stick around for my videos, I'm very grateful. So here I am, back again. If you happen to be a fan of Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, then okay, fair enough. But I can't say I am. You're probably thinking, wait, but you have a Jodie Whittaker Funko Pop. Why did you get it? Well, I think I bought this just when it came out. Just like I mean, at the time, it was like I couldn't have anticipated how bad these new series of Doctor Who were going to be for me and other people, and I thought it was a good quality figure because I didn't necessarily like dislike her look. I mean, but it's more so about her acting and the actual stories. In this episode, it doesn't get any better, to be honest, because right. So the actual plot of this new episode. A lot of people are saying that it was all over the place, where it's almost Chibnall was almost. To be fair, it did feel as though there were almost like so many different stories happening all at once. Like, I mean, because you had the Doctor and Yaz doing whatever they were doing, then you had John Bishop's character, Dan Lewis, the Scouser. And then there's the whole thing with these, like, dog aliens that are all each assigned a human to save from the Flux, which is now the new big bad, which is this kind of thing that's just going across the universe, destroying everything. It's almost like this killer wave. Didn't they have like a similar thing in Loki? Like recently, I haven't seen any of these like new Marvel shows other than WandaVision, but I have been watching reviews on it, so don't know if Chibnall got some inspiration there. And what else is there to say about the episode? So you've got like he put the Weeping Angels and the Sontarans into it, so it's almost like is this him trying to think what's popular with Doctor Who fans? What are the most iconic monsters of the new era? And they're like, yeah, let's put them in there. And then it's almost like, but even so, even if it did build up tension, like with the Weeping Angel, like what has it got to do with the main plot? Like, what have they just had? They cut to this scene of some random other person being chased by Slovene, and then next scene, it's like, what has it actually got to do with the main plot? Of course, it's going to raise questions, but maybe there is some truth. It's almost like if you're going to have all these separate things going on all at once, and even if it's almost like, oh, it's all about how it would all be explained in the episodes to come, it's almost like, you know, maybe it should almost, like, okay, you want some bit that's obviously separate to the main plot, or links to the main plot later on, but it's almost like, but surely it's got to make sense on its own. Or somehow there's got to be some kind of link to it. Because to be fair, I mean, I think the stuff with Dan Lewis is fine because you're going to end up having his storyline actually collides with the Doctor and Yaz. So as in their plot lines collide, because obviously they end up meeting him somehow. I can't even remember how they met. I think no, because I think... Wait, was the dog the one that was trying to kill them at the beginning? And then, yeah, and then no, it's just one thing I don't like about this episode. It's almost like, well, just this whole new era with Jodie Whittaker in general, is the fact it's got this over-reliance on really bad CGI. Like, it's so obvious that it's, like, some kind of green screen. Because back in the day, they had, like, proper sets and everything. And then now it's almost like everything's now a green screen. I mean, I'm guessing because as time has progressed, the budget has obviously been decreased, or they have a lower budget, whatever the phrase is. So that's probably got something to do with it, because apparently Peter Capaldi was saying there was something bad with the props during his run. So yeah, I mean, yeah, with this whole, I suppose a lot of people right now, also me, well, at this point, it's almost like, usually I'd say, I'll take what is given to me. But it's come to a point, like, I can't, there was a part of me that was like, why am I bothering to watch this? Because it's almost like, and then, yeah, that's the point. Who is the main villain of this arc? Because I'm guessing it's supposed to be, there's this whole scene with these two space women coming down to this post where this guy's obviously chained to it, and then this alien guy basically escapes, as in this is the same guy I was referring to, but I've called him Alien Guy because the alien guy's the one that's chained to this place. He's some prisoner or something, and then obviously this alien guy is communicating with the Doctor, and then and then getting back to what I was going to say, there's a lot of controversy with this whole timeless children thing, and how the Doctor's backstory has been completely, in polite words, messed up. So there's the mystery behind them is basically just gone. So it's almost like, and as far as I'm concerned, William Hartnell is the first Doctor. But I mean, I do believe there is a thing known as compromise, where it's almost like, okay, if they can't retcon the timeless children, technically, oh damn, you just made me think. Oh, as in Doctor Who has just made me think. No one in particular. I'm just thinking, because you had I can't even remember her name now. The Doctor from the Roof Doctor from the Jadoon episode. So she's supposed to be a Doctor before William Hartnell. Oh damn, that completely messes up the compromise in my head. Because I was about to say, oh, Chibnall. Oh. No, because to be fair, I thought the Roof actress was pretty good. But it's almost, the problem is, the Doctor, as I know him, and a lot of other people know him, is a male. And I appreciate, they've established that Time Lords can, if they were male before, can become a woman, all that, because they did that with the Master, which I didn't really have a big deal with, because it's the Master. And I almost kind of expect the Master to almost, it's not a big deal, because he's not the main character, and it's almost, you could, it sort of worked, because it's almost like, not only because the Missy was actually, well, I mean, you could argue was the story all that great, but the actress, what's her name? Michelle Gomez I think it was. Michelle Gomez? Sorry, I've got that wrong. Was fab, and I'm not ashamed to have a pop of her in my collection, because she was, no, you think I'm going to make some kind of simping remark? No, because he's actually wasn't all that annoying. I'm just thinking now, it's like, going back to my point about the whole, what I was about to say, that they could have compromised and say, technically, William Hartnell is the first Doctor, and he wasn't the Doctor when he was all those random kids that this crazy Doctor kept forcibly, as in, you know, the scene where like the timeless child just keeps changing, like from male to female, and all that. Oh, flipping hell. Well, I know I've just been rambling, but hopefully I've got some good points in there. Because, I mean, just like the episode, this review hasn't been coherent, has it? It's been all over the place. And some bits you probably don't even understand the whole context of. And some of you may choose not to agree with me, or maybe you do agree with me in some areas, but that's got some stuff off the top of my head. I mean, it might have sounded better written down, but long story short, let's do a conclusion. Over-reliance on CGI. Jodie Whittaker is just a discount David Tennant. What else? Let's just try and interest you by referencing the old Sontaran look. Well, having the whole old Sontaran look to link back to the original series and all that. Dan Lewis, as much as I like John Bishop, his character, it felt like their scenes felt very... The whole dialogue felt like almost like a college project, like almost really weird and just literally unnatural. It just felt... A lot of people use the phrase wooden. You can just tell how hyped I am for this new series. The only episode, well, as bad as it was the New Year's special. I actually had proper fun watching that. But that's the only fun I've really had, because all the rest has been, what the heck am I watching? Now, did my accent just change now? Then, oh my god, maybe I should become the... Actually, I was about to say, who should the next Doctor be? You know what, let's just hope Russell T Davies can save this. So yeah, Alonzi,